What's up, everybody? So in this video, I'm going to give you my opinions if you're thinking about buying one of these two rifles. I'm just going to share my opinions on which one to buy. But before I do, I just want to say I am not an airgun expert. I am not a hunter or a competition or a long distance shooter when it comes to PCP air rifles. So that being said, I'm just giving you my opinions on which one I would recommend you to buy just based on my experience with these two rifles. So the first reason why you should go with the Notos or the Zelos is, of course, the budget, right? How much money can you spend? Out of the box, brand new, you get the Zelos. You get the Notos for, around 300 or less. Depends on where you buy it from. Sometimes they have discounts, promotions, just search around, right? Or you can buy it used. So it's really up to you. Like, what is your budget, right? But the Notos is more budget friendly. Now, when it comes to Zelos, it's basically double the price. So it's around 600. That's just the rifle. That's not including the scope or the ammo. The stuff that you're gonna have to spend money on too. And also how you're gonna fill up the cylinders, right? So you either gotta buy a pump or an air compressor. So, a hand pump, a high pressure hand pump. So if you're on a budget, I would recommend you to buy the Notos. It's more budget friendly. Okay, now that being said, now I'm gonna tell you the second reason why you should go with one of these rifles. And when it comes down to hunting or pesting. Now, like I said, I am not a hunter. But that being said, if I was gonna buy one of these two rifles for that specific reason, there's two things you gotta think about. Number one is what type of pesting or hunting you're gonna do. So if it's something like birds, rats, something small, you could probably get away with the Notos. When it's something a little bit bigger, like say possums, raccoons, skunks, you might want to go with the Zelos. It's got more power, and also you can get it in 25 caliber, because the Notos only comes in 22 caliber. And we all know 25 caliber packs more of a punch. Not a lot more than the 22, but it does, pack more of a punch. But you also have to think about, again, what type of ammo you're gonna need for the specific type of pesting or hunting you're gonna do. Now, you can search it on YouTube and find out what the hunting experts are using. That way you go from there. But with all the research I've done, if I was gonna do pesting or small game to medium game hunting, I would go with the Zelos. It's got the power to do it, to do the hunting. Now, like I said, I'm not a hunter, so don't take my word for it. But if I had the option and I had to choose between these two for hunting, I would just go with the Zelos, hands down. I think the Zelos in 25 caliber just really is gonna help out a lot if you're gonna go after those, those little bit bigger rodents, I would say. So that's my opinion about that. For hunting, I would go with the Zelos over the Notos. And then the third reason is, I'm gonna add these two together, is competition shooting and also long distance / sniping, target shooting. So again, I'm not an expert on these two things or these things. I have some kind of experience when it comes to long distance with real guns, real rifles. I'm not gonna mention what rifles, but I have shot targets at 300 plus yards using a certain type of rifle, right? So I do have that little bit of experience when it comes to long distance, but again, not competition. I don't know anything about that. I haven't thought about doing it. But if you think you're gonna get into competition shooting or long distance shooting, then that's an easy choice. It's the Zelos again. The Zelos has a longer barrel. You can go up in caliber. Again, you can choose 22 or 25. It's up to you. And it has a feature. The Zelos has a feature that the Notos does not, and that is the Zelos is tunable. So you can tune it for short range or long range. And what I mean by that, it's got a PSI regulator. It's on the side. The gauge is on the side, but you can tune it to shoot long distance or short distance. It's really up to you. That's why I would recommend you to buy the Zelos if you're gonna do any type of long distance shooting or competition. Now, can the Notos, can it perform well long distance and in competitions? I'm sure that it can, but I'm not that skillful. And also, that's another thing, is how skilled are you in shooting? Because it is a skill, to hit bullseye targets at 100 plus yards, right? Even 50 yards. It takes a skill, it takes practice. So when it comes to that competition, long distance / sniping, go with the Zelos. Like I said, it's got more features, got longer distance, longer barrel, and you'll be satisfied with this one. I guarantee you. Okay, and now finally for the fourth and final reason why I would recommend you to buy either one of these two is, which one of these two rifles is more fun to shoot? Because really that's what it comes down to, right? Which one of these rifles is going to bring you a smile to your face? What's going to bring a smile to your face, right? And after shooting these two rifles, honestly, both of them are fun to shoot. Both of these rifles are fun to shoot in your backyard. They're just fun. Now that being said, if I had to choose one, just one, after shooting both of these rifles, I would recommend, again, this is just my opinion, I would recommend the Notos. There's something about the Notos that is, for me, is just more fun to shoot. Why? I really can't explain it to you, but it brings a little bit more of a smile to me. Maybe because it just reminds me of, when I was a kid using those hand pump BB guns. Just shooting cans. And having fun, right? That's what the Notos brings to me. It brings me joy, just a little bit, not more, a little bit. But to me, that's enough. If you would ask me which one of these two rifles is more fun to shoot, I would choose the Notos. Barely, but yeah, it's more fun to shoot. Well, okay, well, I hope this video will help you decide on which air rifle to buy, and I hope that you will have a blast shooting it. I hope that'll bring you joy, and I hope you really enjoy it, because shooting these guns are so much fun. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.